Excuse me. Okay, I need a motion to close the executive session.
Offer.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Need a motion to close the council of the whole.
Offer.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, none opposed. Okay, Madam Clerk?
This meeting is being, hang on. Why am I on my sound? The microphone. This meeting is being held in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act, NJSA 10:4-6 at SEC, notice of which was sent to the record in the Star Ledger and was posted on the municipal bulletin board.
Okay, roll call, please.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg. Here. Deputy Mayor Canestrino. Here. Councilmember Pataglia.
Here.
Councilmember Carroll.
Here.
Mayor LaBrus.
Here. Would everybody please rise for the flag salute?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I do have two proclamations to read tonight. And the first is celebrating Women's History Month. And it reads, whereas during Women's History Month, we celebrate the countless women whose courage and resolve have contributed to the character and success of our nation and the entire world. And whereas women have played and continue to play a critical economic, cultural, and social role by providing a significant portion of the labor force working inside and outside of the home. And whereas women have been leaders not only in securing their own rights of suffrage and equal opportunity, but in upholding movements such as civil rights, emancipation, abolition, and labor unions for liberty, freedom, and justice for all. And whereas women were particularly important in the establishment of early charitable, philanthropic, and cultural institutions to promote the welfare of others, and by providing the majority of the volunteers. And whereas women continue to strengthen and enrich our society by helping children to recognize the value of learning, as well as the importance of self-respect, personal responsibility, and respect and concern for others. Now therefore, I, John P. LaBrus Jr., Mayor of the City of Hackensack, along with members of the council, do hereby recognize March as Women's History Month. Okay. Next proclamation reads, whereas the arts, defined as music, dance, theater, and visual arts, contribute powerful educational benefits to all students as it teaches sensitivity to beauty, order, and other expressive qualities. Whereas learning in and through the arts enables students to develop critical thinking and creative problem-solving skills, imagination, and self-confidence, and whereas the arts give students an alternative way to communicate and express feelings and ideas and a deeper understanding of multicultural values and beliefs. And whereas art education is essential to all students as part of a well-rounded education, as acknowledged by our national leaders, and can transform our community into havens of creativity and exploration. And now, therefore, I, John P. LaBrus Jr., Mayor of the City of Hackensack, along with members of the City Council, do hereby endorse the observance of Youth Art Month and encourage the support of quality art programs for our children in schools. So this Thursday, we'll be celebrating at the library Youth Art Month. Every year, all the students from Hackensack Public Schools put on an art show. It's usually at the Hat Pack. This year it's down at the library in their gallery. And I encourage all to come out and check out our students' art. They do some wonderful work. So moving on, I need an approval of the minutes for February 20th, 2024 of the regular county executive session.
Offer.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. None opposed. Jackie, you're up.
Thank you, Mayor. For the city manager's report, the Johnson Public Library has launched a program called Books by Mail. Through this program, participating patrons that are homebound or with a disability will receive a bag of 2 to 4 library books and/or audiobooks through the mail. Once they're ready, they can return the materials in the same bag free of cost, and the library will send them a new batch of materials. Please refer to our website or contact the library direct for application information. Our community garden registration is now open for Hackensack residents. Please call or visit our recreation department for assistance. Also, our Recreation Department is hosting our annual Easter egg hunt on March 27th at Johnson Park. Please refer to social media postings for your designated times for your children. Lastly, in recognition of Women's History Month, I would like to recognize and thank all the women I work with and who I admire in their leadership and supportive roles. Learning from one another is what empowers us to be the best we can be. Thank you. That's all I have, Mayor.
That's it? Okay, on to new business. Sorry, Resolution 72-24.
This is a resolution for final adoption of ordinance number 9-2024, an ordinance amending Chapter 93 of the Code of the City of Hackensack, garbage, rubbish, and refuse to clarify responsibility for compliance with the provisions contained therein. This ordinance has been published according to law and now calls for a public hearing.
Need a motion to open to the public?
Offer.
All in favor? Aye. None opposed? Need a motion to adopt the ordinance?
Nope.
I'm sorry.
You need a motion to close the public comment.
I'm sorry. Motion to close the public. Jumping ahead here. All in favor? Aye. Motion to adopt the ordinance. Second. All in favor? Aye.
Be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Hackensack County of Bergen and State of New Jersey that ordinance number 9-2024 has passed its second and final reading and is hereby adopted.
Thank you. Resolution 73-24.
This is a resolution for the introduction of ordinance number 6-2024, an ordinance to amend Chapter 107 of the Code of the City of Hackensack, licenses and permits, establishing recreation department fees.
Need a motion to introduce the ordinance?
Offer.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
None opposed?
Be it resolved that the above ordinance being ordinance 6-2024 as introduced is now passed on first reading, and that said ordinance shall be considered for final passage at a meeting to be held on March 19th, 2024 at 8:00 p.m. or soon thereafter as the matter can be reached at the regular meeting place of the City Council, and at such time and place all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance, and that the city clerk be and she is hereby authorized and directed to publish said ordinance according to law with a notice of its introduction and passage on first reading, and of the time and place when and where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage.
Thank you. Resolution 74-24.
This is a resolution for the introduction of ordinance number 10-2024, an ordinance adding a new chapter, Chapter 139 of the Code of the City of Hackensack, salt storage privately owned to comply with state DEP requirements.
Need a motion, please?
Offer.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
None opposed?
Be it resolved that the above ordinance being ordinance 10-2024 as introduced is now passed on first reading, and the said ordinance shall be considered for final passage at a meeting to be held on March 19th, 2024 at 8:00 p.m. or soon thereafter as the matter can be reached at the regular meeting place of the City Council, and at such time and place all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance, and that the city clerk be and she is hereby authorized and directed to publish said ordinance according to law with a notice of its introduction and passage on first reading, and of the time and place when and where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage.
Thank you. Resolution 75-24.
It's a resolution for the introduction of ordinance number 11-2024, an ordinance amending Chapter 90 of the Code of the City of Hackensack, food and drink, to allow for the sale of freshly prepared ice cream and other frozen desserts by licensed ice cream peddlers.
Need a motion?
Offer.
Second. Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Councilmember Carroll.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye.
Be resolved that the above ordinance being ordinance 11-2024 is introduced is now passed on first reading, and that said ordinance shall be considered for final passage at a meeting to be held on March 19th, 2024 at 8:00 p.m. or soon thereafter as the matter can be reached at the regular meeting place of the City Council, and at such time and place all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance, and that the city clerk be and she is hereby authorized and directed to publish said ordinance according to law with notice of its introduction and passage on first reading, and of the time and place when and where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage.
Thank you. Resolution 76-24.
This is a resolution for the introduction of ordinance number 12-2024, ordinance amending the Prospect Railroad Essex Beach redevelopment plan for an area in need of rehabilitation consisting of block 223 lots 1 to 7 and 11 to 24, block 226.01 lots 1.01 to 1.04 and 3, block 226 3.02, lots 1 to 15 and 19 to 27, Block 227, lots 1 to 32, Block 228, lots 1 to 3, 6, 9 to 30, and 40 to 49, Block 229, lots 1, 11 to 14, 28 to 43, 46, Block 230, lots 1, 3.01 to 7, 12 to 19, 21 to 30, Blocks 232, lots 1.01, 1.02, 26, 28 to 31, 33, 47, 49, 55, Block 233, lots 1, 2, 7.01, 7.02, 9, Block 236, lots 6, 18, 36.01, and Block 237, lots 1.01 to 1.04, 2, 2.02, and 4.01.
Okay, need a motion.
I think we're
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. None opposed? You sure you got them all?
I hope so. All right, be it resolved that the above ordinance being ordinance 12-2024, as introduced, is now passed on first reading, and that said ordinance shall be considered for final passage at a meeting to be held on March 19th, 2024, at 8:00 p.m. or soon thereafter, as the matter can be reached at the regular meeting place of the City Council, and at such time and place all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance, and that the city clerk be and she is hereby authorized and directed to publish said ordinance according to law with a note of its introduction and passage on first reading, and of the time and place when and where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage.
I was worried about the hospital. It doesn't happen. Need a motion?
Over.
Second.
Roll call?
No,
No?
we did that already.
Well, I'm sorry, I got interrupted, so
That's
took away
okay.
my concentration
We did that.
there.
We're on to resolution 7724,
7724.
because I really don't want to read that one again.
No. Come on, it was fun.
This is an introduction to ordinance number 13-2024, an ordinance to amend chapter 175 of the Code of the City of Hackensack zoning in order to amend and clarify certain definitions contained therein.
Okay, need a motion, please?
Over.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg. Aye. Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Councilmember Carroll.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye.
Be it resolved that the above ordinance being ordinance 13-2024 is introduced, is now passed on first reading. And that said ordinance shall be considered final passage at a meeting to be held on March 19th, 2024, at 8:00 p.m. or soon thereafter, as the matter can be reached at the regular meeting place of the City Council. And at such time and place, all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance, and that the city clerk be and she is hereby authorized and directed to publish said ordinance according to law with a notice of its introduction and passage on first reading, and of the time and place when and where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage.
Thank you. Resolution 78-24.
This is a resolution authorizing tax refunds for state court judgments and duplicate payments.
Need a motion, please?
Offer.
Second.
All in
Councilmember.
favor?
Aye.
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 None opposed? I know I threw you off guard with that last one.
Okay.
Resolution 79-24.
It's a resolution authorizing transfer of the 2023 budget appropriations.
Need a motion?
Offer.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. None opposed? Resolution 80-24.
It's a resolution authorizing 2024 temporary budget appropriations.
Need a motion?
Offer.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. None opposed? Resolution 81-24.
It's a resolution awarding contracts for laboratory services.
Need a motion?
Offer.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolution 82-24.
A resolution awarding change order number 1 to HQW Architects LLC for architectural services related to Johnson Park Sports Facility Administration Building.
Need a motion?
Offer.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Yes.
And you have one no.
Okay.
Resolution 83-24.
It's a resolution awarding change order number 5, which is final, to New Print Concrete Construction for the Clay Street CSO Contract Number 3 project.
Need a motion?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg. Aye. Deputy Mayor Canestrino. Aye. Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Councilmember Carroll.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 84-24.
This is a resolution authorizing change order Number 2, related to the contract with J. Fletcher Kramer and Son, Inc. for the Voorhees Lane Pump Station Replacement Phase 2 in accordance with the requirements set forth in NJAC 5:30-11.9.
Need a motion?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg. Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Nay.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Councilmember Carroll.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 85-24.
It's a resolution authorizing a mandatory contract with J. Fletcher Kramer and Son, Inc. for the Voorhees Lane Pump Station Replacement Phase 2.
Need a motion?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg. Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Nay.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Councilmember Carroll.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 86-24.
It's a resolution authorizing payment of bills.
Need a motion to pay the bills.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg. Deputy Mayor Canestrino. Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Councilmember Carroll.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
I abstain. Any conflicts of interest on the consent agenda?
I have one, resolution 91-24.
Okay. We're going to pull that. Anything else? Okay, continue.
Okay. The following items are considered to be routine in nature and will be enacted in one motion. Any items require expenditure are supported by a certification of availability of funds. Any item requiring discussion will be removed from the consent agenda, and consent agenda items will be reflected in full in the minutes, including any exceptions and/or additions. Consent agenda consists of resolutions 87-24, which is a resolution authorizing recreation refund. 88-24 is a resolution authorizing raffle license. 89-24 is a resolution authorizing endorsement of proposed Bergen County Community Development grants. Resolution 90-24 is a resolution authorizing leave of absence extension for Leroy Montgomery Jr., sanitation worker. Resolution 92-24 is a resolution authorizing and requesting the planning board to undertake a preliminary redevelopment investigation to determine whether Block 405, Lot 3, the Sears site, satisfies the criteria for designation as an area in need of redevelopment for condemnation purposes, and repealing resolution number 294-23 establishing non-condemnation area designation. And resolution 93-24 is a resolution authorizing release of escrow for 32nd Street. Do you need a motion on that?
Need a motion to adopt the consent agenda as it was just read. Sorry.
Okay, Walker.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg. Deputy Mayor Canestrino. Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Councilmember Carroll.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 91-24.
It is a resolution authorizing leave of absence for John Moore, a police officer.
Need a motion, please.
Second.
All in favor?
Well, actually,
Oh, no, I got to do roll call. Sorry.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg. Deputy Mayor Canestrino. Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Councilmember Carroll.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Okay, with that, I need a motion to open to the public.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, none opposed. Anybody who'd like to speak, please come to the podium, give your name to the clerk. You will have 3 minutes.
Oh, okay.
How are you, Mr. Serbo?
Fine, there's so much to talk about. This 3 minutes is ridiculous, okay? But, look, let's start with, I don't want to lose it. Spring Valley Avenue just needs attention. You need to do it, or I'm gonna rally everybody on the block to come in here and make you do it, okay? It's too much. Those buses are way over 4 tons going down the block. Okay, I don't want to waste too much time on that. Number 2, Stein Park. There's a little area in the back there that's like, what is it? Why can't you develop that with all this recreation development you're doing? Why not include that?
We have, go ahead, I'll tell you after. We have
Okay.
time for that.
All right, so, another thing, up in my neighborhood, the 2 islands, as you get to Spring Valley, there's a little island, and then the other one beyond that is where the bank was. Those 2 empty, vacant buildings, and then turn around and go back down the block where the there was a store there and everything. There were shops in there and everything. That's vacant. There's a gate around it now. So it almost looks like it's being condemned up in my neighborhood. There's nothing, two vacant buildings between Spring Valley and Main on the corners there, the bank and it was a station there. I guess it was a auto place or repair place. That's vacant. And then the other, which is a larger area with a fence around it. It looks like a slum up there now. So when are they going to develop those properties? You're developing everything on every other street now.
The last property you spoke of down, used to be a quick check in the bank.
Right? That's the one I'm talking about?
That is going to be a place of worship, believe it or not.
Okay. So the
orange-
whole area is going to be a place of
No,
worship?
just that lot, that's owned by, it was private property, it was sold to somebody, and that's what they're gonna put there. It was sold to the mosque, the mosque on Trinity Place.
Okay, so there's going to be a mosque there?
There's gonna be a mosque there. Ortenny Bank is still owned, as far as I know, by Ortenny Bank, and I don't know what their plans to sell it.
All right.
They're paying their taxes, that's all I know, but we can't force them.
Well,
to
that's
sell.
all that matters, right? I mean, sure.
Well, we have to pay their taxes, and they own it, and we can't tell them, hey, you gotta sell the property.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. What about the other property that's been vacant a long,
That
long
was, you're talking
time?
about the point of
Yeah.
Main Street where it hits Graham.
That's been vacant forever.
Again, it's privately owned, and it's very hard to tell people what to do with their own property.
But do you ask them at least, or is there some that,
The city's, we could ask them and say,
Yeah.
what's your intent here?
what's going on with that,
And if FUC property maintenance isn't being maintained, we certainly can do something about that. But, until we get a complaint about property maintenance or it's in disarray, there's not a lot we can do because we don't own the property.
Okay, last thing is on the resolutions, the first one up was about complying with garbage pickup. That's all I get, that's the only service I get, is a garbage pickup. And I can't even get things picked up that I want.
Right.
When and where and all that, and, so can we kind of get it together on garbage pickup? And they're now talking, I read an article the other day they're talking about recyclables are not acceptable. We're gonna have to wash them? Come on. I mean, that sounds right in the same area of no flushables or something, so let's put all that together. No flushables, washing our recyclables, and something else together with that, okay? So, really, the recyclables, I mean, why do we have to separate recyclables now? Is that gonna be the next?
It depends on where you take the recyclables. There's areas, companies that have recycle centers where everything's commingled and they separate it at site. And you have recycling centers that only take paper, cardboard, newspaper, stuff like that, and the other ones all take plastic and glass. So
Right,
it's
so
different-
where are we taking ours?
Ours are separated. But know this, we used to make money off of recycling, but that's changed completely. We actually lose money with recycling now, unfortunately, not just in Hackensack, but across the country.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a wonderful evening. Anyone else from the public? Seeing none, motion to close.
Offer.
All in favor?
Aye.
Unopposed? Steve, you have something to say?
Yes, I just wanted to add, because I did not do so before about the closed session, that we did go into closed executive session. We did talk about a number of cases, including workers' compensation case involving Mr. Odo, and then civil litigation involving Kang, the Vasquez case, the Zisa case. I think that was it.
The workers' comp?
Yeah, that was Odo, that was the Odo case. It was Odo, Kang, Zisa, Vasquez. Oh, and the AAD, ARI, GRC case that I won as well.
Mhm.
That's it.
All right, thank you. Staff, you're
Sure. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for coming out tonight. First, I want to start off by saying Happy Women's History Month to everybody, and thank you to all our women residents, employees, our women students, and volunteers. Speaking of volunteers, Rec is still looking for volunteer softball and baseball coaches for the spring season. Please don't feel that you really have to know a lot about the game of baseball or softball. We still need parents or volunteers to just help, organize the practices, make sure all our athletes are safe. We have our head coaches that can, run the games and things like that, but definitely more support to make sure everything's well run and everyone's safe. Happy Youth Arts Month. Thank you to our student artists, our local artists, our art teachers, and all of our different community organizations who really contribute to the arts in our city. We have a wonderful cultural arts staff and our Hackensack board. They do a lot for the arts in the state of Hackensack, and we appreciate everything that you do. The last weekend of February, Hackensack Junior Wrestling hosted their annual Twin County Wrestling League Regional Championship at the high school, and it went very, very well. We had a lot of people there, and it was well attended, well run, and I want to thank everyone that supported from the school and the city to ensure it was a safe and fun event for all. That's it for me. Thank you. Have a good night, everyone.
Thanks, Steph. Yes, a little bit about Women's History Month. I think it's evident just looking around the room tonight, where would we be without our two clerks and the wonderful job they do to not only support us, but support the city. Fellow Councilwoman Stephanie's right next to me, and of course our Deputy Manager, Jackie. So we're very, very fortunate in the city to have wonderful employees, and this month to take a moment out and just congratulate and thank all the wonderful women that work here throughout the city and all departments, and women that live in the city. We're great. we all are big supporters of everyone in the city, but as a woman to woman thing, we've got a lot of great ones in town. Not a lot on here tonight of things I usually talk about, but actually the only thing really that was on here that had anything to do with resembling redevelopment was we made some changes which were really, pretty much they were just definitions and clarifications of some definitions for the hospital zone. So that's the area again surrounding Hackensack Medical Center, coming close to the high school, that whole Prospect Beach area. And again, clarifications to some of the definitions. Some of the stuff is very subject to interpretation, and as we go through them and we see cases, it makes sense for us to periodically make some changes, and that's the only thing that we had on here tonight. Again, thanks to those who came tonight, and thanks to those that are watching or will watch the video, and have a good night, everyone.
Thank you, Kat.
Congratulations to all the ladies that work in the city. Thank you for the good job that you guys do. Thank you for coming.
Eric?
I'd like to thank everyone that's viewing our meeting remotely and are physically present. I'd like to bring up something about our motorcycles, e-bikes, bicycles in general. Let's all be careful as the weather gets nicer to just watch out for them as we travel with our cars and SUVs and everything else. As well for them to look out for the vehicles. Let's all share the roads and be mindful of one another. Children's Easter egg hunt on May 27th at Johnson Park. I believe it starts at 4 p.m. It's always a great event. I enjoy watching all the little people run out there on the field and gather up their eggs, and it's really nice to see that. I wish you all a wonderful Women's History Month, and thank you, and God bless.
Thank you. So, a lot of you don't know, but the Twin Valley Junior Wrestling League is, Hackensack High School has been home to that tournament for, I'm gonna say, well over 30 years. All right, probably quite a bit more than that. I was at the tournament. I want to especially thank Councilwoman Von Rudenberg. She was there working tirelessly all day long, running all over the place like a chicken with her head cut off. But that's what that tournament's like. Close to how many matches?
So we had 6 mats upstairs and 3 in the first year we used it downstairs.
Yeah,
So 9
yeah, nine mats,
mats.
Dawn.
Yeah.
Yep. And how many matches altogether for the day? I think it was close to 500.
Over, I think. Yeah.
Over 500 wrestling matches from 9 o'clock till about 4:30.
We finished at record time.
4:30. That's incredible, and it was really well-run event this year. I used to be involved with that, and it was always a lot of work. There was so much work you had to take the day off afterwards because you were just exhausted.
We did.
And
A lot of us did, yeah.
so and there was some great wrestling, and I'm gonna tie that into Women's History Month, because it's unbelievable the amount of young female wrestlers out there today. Years ago, we were all like, oh, girls wrestling, forget it, It's become such a big sport now that they have their own state championship down in Atlantic City with the boys, all right? And I watched some of the matches on TV the other day, and they're impressive. It's impressive how good some of these young lady wrestlers are. I know Councilwoman's daughter is a wrestler for Hackensack Junior Wrestling, and she probably enjoys beating up some of the boys. But yeah, it's good. So at the junior level, they wrestle together, all right? But as they get older and get into high school, they separate, and it's just female against female. And it's really impressive how far it's come.
They do have, so Sunday GGs in states, they do have a
Yeah.
girls division.
They have girls division.
So even at the young
Yes.
level now, they
Yeah.
have their own girl division, which
Yes.
is a big, that's new from last year.
And just to give you an idea, you're correct. So there's my son coaches in Paramus. On their junior team, they have a young lady, Lexi, who 2 years ago took 5th in the state boys championship and won the girls championship. So it just shows you the level, all right? She was first place in the girls and took 5th in the boys, and you're talking about 300 kids, all right, competing in that weight class. So yeah, it's impressive. So kudos to that. Youth Art Month, like I said before, we'll be at the library Thursday night at, I think, 6:30, celebrating. I have 2 events that night, so I'm gonna stop in and read the proclamation and then shoot out. But looking forward to that. It's always good to see the kids, and they're so proud of their artwork. It's nice to see.
What about the library? Did the library send over something about the books to the city manager's office about the book swap?
Book swap or the mail, books and
Yes,
mail?
yes,
I
yes,
just
yes.
announced that
Yeah.
during the.
Okay, all right,
Yes,
yeah,
okay.
Hackpack has a lot of events coming up. I'm actually backing one which I believe is already sold out, the Eddie Brigatti Rocket Show.
I think it is, yeah.
So Eddie Brigatti, it's Saturday, April 13th. All right, they might add a Friday night show if possible. So Eddie Brigatti, for those who don't know that name, it was a group, quite famous group back in the 60s, rock and roll group called the Young Rascals. All right, Eddie Brigatti was in that band. He's from Garfield. They're rock and roll Hall of Famers. He no longer really performs like he used to, but he does back this group. It's an academy for young artists, musical artists, called the Rocket Academy. They're based in Central Jersey. They have to audition just to be able to get into the school, so they're all accomplished musicians when they start. So they'll be playing a lot of the Rascals tunes. Eddie will be there along with other special guests. It's a surprise, so you have to buy a ticket to find out who it's going to be. But looking forward to that. Hopefully they put on the Friday night show and sell that out as well. And again, congratulations to all the women, right? You're all strong women in here, and we appreciate everything you do. And with that, I wish everybody a wonderful night, and motion to close.
Oh,
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
No opposed. Okay.